Welcome to the live stream arm wrestling fans, and today we have a very special guest, the number one arm wrestler in Bulgaria, a legend of the sport, and not only a legend, one of the very few people who became a legend in arm wrestling probably in his mid 20s, before 30. So great personality. Welcome, Krasimir.
Hey everyone.
So, brother, tell us something about your journey in arm wrestling. I know you have answered that question in many stages, but you were very good in bench press and other strength sports as well. So you had that background in you, the strength background. So was changing the sport to arm wrestling, was it an easy thing? Did you experience difficulties that many beginners face, like elbow pains or so many losses in the beginning? What was your beginning in arm wrestling?
First of all, I can say that I was very active child. I was playing a lot of soccer. When I was 5th class in school, I was playing handball. And when I was 14 years old, I started going to the gym. And I was very good in bench pressing. In arm wrestling, I was beating everyone in school when we were pulling on the desks. And I was like this. When I was 17 years old, I was thinking, which path should I take? Bench pressing or arm wrestling? I was wondering which one should I choose. And I chose arm wrestling, and my journey began then with the sport. Of course, I had a lot of pain in the beginning. It's completely normal. I still have pain when I am sore and I continue training. But it's not like in the beginning, of course. I became absolute Bulgarian champion very fast, actually. In 2 years, I became absolute champion in Bulgaria. I started 2005. 2006, I was junior champion. And 2007, I was already beating everyone in Bulgaria.
Right. So you have mentioned in the past that in your first Bulgarian national championship, you won third on the right arm and fourth on the left arm. So
That's correct.
was it the first time you actually arm wrestled, or did you do arm wrestling table practice before that? So was it the first time?
It was the first time I pulled on original table.
All right. Yeah. So I also, and many others also have a same experience. We see an arm wrestling table for the first time when we go to nationals. I've also had a similar experience. So great to hear that. And Krasi, I would like to ask you: Are you a full-time arm wrestler? And if yes, since when?
Since I finished school when I was 19 years old.
Okay, so what is the structure in Bulgaria? Like, what do you have to do to earn a living from arm wrestling with the help of government?
If you become world and European champion in 1 year, you will get about $10,000 for 1 year.
For that year only?
Yes, only for 1 year. And if you live in very small town like mine, I live in Taranenko, which is very small town. It's like a village,
right?
And I don't need to pay rent. So that money, $10,000, is enough for 1 year for me. And this was the way I was living, and still living. Just now I sell also my crafts pullets, and I will start selling tables now also. So yeah, I can say that I'm professional since I finished school.
All right, I'll get back to that question one more time, but before that,
I just want to say that,
yeah.
For example, if you live in the capital, $10,000 for 1 year will not be enough here.
Mm-hmm.
You need twice more, actually. But if you live in a very small town and you don't pay rent, that's enough.
I think that your situation is in Bulgaria is very similar to the situation here in India. Like if you're living in a small town, $900 per month, what you're saying is enough to make a living. But if you're living in a big city, then you need at least twice of that. Yes, exactly same situation about here in India. So since you mentioned your table and Krasi pulley, most important things first, guys. First of all, Krasi will be facing Matt Mask in in a super match on September 3rd. The link to the pay-per-view is in the description, and Krasi's YouTube channel, please subscribe to that as well. That is also in the description. So if someone wants to buy a pulley or a table, how do they contact you?
They should write to me on Instagram or Facebook. On Facebook I have my personal account and I have Krasis Pulley account as well. So they can reach me there.
Right. And coming back to the question, being a full-time arm wrestler, you said if you win European and Worlds, so you have to win both of them. What if you just win Worlds, not Europeans?
Worlds is about $6,000 and Europeans is $4,000.
And anything for second and third place getters?
Yes, it's like 4,000, 3,000, 1,000, something like that. And 6,000 for $2,000, something like that.
So has it been the same? I'm sure the prices may have been increasing. Like, when was the first time you won Europeans and Worlds?
When I was 19 years old, I was third at the Worlds. When I finished school and I went to the Worlds and I got third. And I don't remember how much money I took back then.
All right.
Yes, now they're a bit more than before, but also the life is more expensive now, so
yeah. But I think that also clears a lot of doubts when people are saying that those guys just can afford to arm wrestle, they do not have to do anything else. They get paid when they already become world champion. So nobody can claim that you guys became world champion because you were getting paid. No, you are getting paid because you were world champions.
Of course, yes. You get nothing for junior world title.
Right. Okay. So Papu is asking Arsen Liliev versus Krasimir. That match always comes into the conversation. So can you tell us a little bit history about your rivalry? I heard first you lost to Arsen and then you took your revenge. So how did that happen?
He beat me first time 2008, I think, in Istanbul. After that, 3 years later, 2011, he beat me again in Istanbul. And after that, 2012, I beat him at the Worlds. So I was training for him 4 years to beat that guy.
4 years, yeah. That was an amazing match.
Not many people believe me, but I have always been a clean athlete, and it was very obvious that Arsen is using stuff. Yeah. And for me, it was so mind-blowing that I train so hard and I go and I face him and he beat me. 3 years later, the same situation. And 2011, when he beat me in Istanbul, I was like, should I start using steroids or no? Should I start or no? But I decided to stay clean and try again to do it without steroids. And when I did it in 2012, it was so nice.
This was one of my later questions, but since we started talking about it, I would love to ask you. I asked this question to Coach Ray as well, and he was like, man, let me think, because nobody asked him that question before. So let me ask you the same question. Why don't you take steroids? Why no? Like, you don't take them, it is clear, but why no? What is the reason?
The reason is because I just want to be clean in my mind and in my body also. So I think this is the way to do it. And I believe that there should be doping tests everywhere, on every competition. This is what I want. This is what I wish.
Yeah. So you and the other guy is RVJ. You guys have been...
Sorry, let me say one more thing. And many people right now in everywhere actually, oh, Krasi is not the same, he is so much weaker now, blah 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 blah. The things they don't realize that they're so strong guys now, and most of the times I pull them on non-tested events, and this is big difference if you pull them on tested event or non-tested event. So the thing is that they see that I don't have so much muscles as before, and they think, oh, he's weaker. No, I'm not weaker, just I don't train for my body that much as before. When I was student and I was lifting a lot of weights, I was doing push-ups, dips, and I was a lot more muscular. But on the table, if not the same, I'm almost the same. In some areas I'm better, in some areas I may be weaker. But generally I'm about the same on the table. For sure, not big difference. And this is to all the people that think that I'm a lot weaker. They should come and pull me on the table and see. No,
Right.
because many people think that, oh, he has not so much muscles anymore, he's not that strong. It's not like that. Muscles come from weightlifting, and I'm mostly focused on the table. And that's why I'm not so muscular as before.
Right. So I wanted to ask you one thing. Like you and RVJ, you are the two most vocal guys about steroids. Of course, you are in vocal in much more respectful way compared to RVJ. So my thought process about this point is that maybe there are four things that an arm wrestler can do. First one, and I'll rank them from worst to best. First one is start juicing up yourself. Second number would be compete in tested events only. Do not go to non-tested events, but that will take a lot of deserved opportunities away from the athlete where there is big money, and it should not happen, in my opinion. The third thing would be maybe go there and just do not complain about it. And the fourth best thing is to find a solution, like you are saying, and RVJ is also saying that yes, it should not happen, but where is the solution? Like those guys who have a problem with it, they are the ones who will have to come up with a solution to do something about it. So what can be the solution for this?
Or I can say one other option, what I'm doing right now. I just pull, and if they beat me, they beat me. That's it. I go to the Worlds, and if I win, I win. That's it.
Yeah.
So right now I have a few losses. Okay, they beat me. That's it. I just continue forward and see what happens.
So let me ask another question.
I'm not
Yeah.
that afraid to lose. It's you lose sometimes. That's it. Okay, not big deal. But for the fans of the sport, they love the winners. And if you're a loser, oh, you're rubbish. You're nothing. But these are not real fans. If they love you, they will love you in the wins and in the losses, also. So,
Losses also. Yeah. So let me ask another question, similar question about that topic. What if a promoter says, like maybe in the future you start asking the promoters about it, and the promoter tells you that I don't know, I do not have the budget to do testing, and can you say to him that let's say my fees for the match is appearance fees is $3,000 and the testing amount is $500. I will pay the testing amount from my match fees. I want that guy to be tested. Can something like that? I'm imagining crazy things, but can something like that happen in the future?
possible, actually. What you're saying is possible. But it's like if I care about the win so much that I really want to win no matter what. So I don't know, but what you say, it's possible way.
Right. So Krasi, I would like to ask you your opinion and your memories about the John Brzenk match, and from that we would also like to know your thoughts about how would that match go if it happens now. Like clearly you have said that people say that you are weaker now, you're not the same person, but you do believe that you are at least at the same level, if not stronger than what you were 10 years ago. And you are one of the rarest athletes in the world who have a perfect winning record over John Brzenk. I'm not sure if many people can claim that record. So how do you think the match against John Brzenk would go now? Because John has openly admitted that when he was around 40, he started using testosterone replacement therapy, which is also a PED. So would you, because even at that time when you defeated him, he was on testosterone replacement therapy, and he's much older now. So if you are at the same level that you were back in 2012, you should be able to beat him again. And when Engin was asking matches for what matches do you want to see on East versus West 3, I messaged Engin, I want to see that match. I want to see that match if John can get his revenge, or if Krasi will still reign supreme over John Brzenk. So how do you think that match will go, and your experience, your memories from the past super match that you guys had?
What can I say? After 2014, there is one big change in the arm wrestling, and it's the straps.
Straps.
The fair straps.
I have a question about that as well, and you're already answering that.
Before that, once you put the strap, it was a lot harder for the top rower to take someone's wrist. Right now, with the new pair strap, it's a huge advantage for the top rowers, and it's really difficult to hook someone because the strap is not that tight as before. And a match with John Brzenk, I don't know, maybe we should pull to see. I'm not sure what would happen because right now John is a lot older. I'm a bit older also.
No, you're 33, right? You're 33, right?
34 I am.
34.
Maybe we can pull again. I don't know what would happen. But I'm not sure that John is just on testosterone right now.
Yeah, I get your point.
Not offense to him, but just to pull like this on age of 57, 58 now, it's just mind-blowing. And hats off to him, actually. What he's doing is just amazing. And maybe we will pull some other day. We'll see.
Yeah, East versus West is the place where it can happen.
One more thing. Actually, my record is not perfect against him. Not many people know that, but we pulled 2014 or 2015 at A1.
Okay.
And I was very tired and he beat me. Actually, I didn't pull him because I had very tough match against Anatoly Skudaev. After that with Sergei Tokarev. And after that was John Brzenk, and I didn't pull him. I just let him win.
Yeah.
But it's still a win for him, so not perfect record.
So let me correct my sentence. Perfect super match record against John Brzenk. So USS Liberty is saying massive respect for staying natural, and he's also saying another solution is to wait until the steroid guy comes off cycle, then crush him. Why would he take a match when he's off cycle? For sure he won't take a match when he's off cycle. I don't think this is a good advice. So how is that able to beat so JR Williams is asking about the Cordecha match. So that's how he was able to beat Cordecha, by bleeding him and not directly change in strap design. Yes, what was the difference, brother? Like, you defeated Cordecha without your wrist, but why couldn't you beat Irakli? Sorry, why couldn't you beat Irakli without your wrist? Like,
do you know? I believe that maybe I could beat Irakli the same way. The thing is that I didn't try. I had to try. This is something that I had to try. But I was just hoping that I would be able to curve him. I was expecting him to get tired, and so I would be able to curve him, but I couldn't. If I had one more round, if there was fourth round, I would start in the beginning with dead wrist and try to beat him that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe I had chance to beat him this way. But
right. Maybe in the future. So let me ask some questions about your training. First of all, you mentioned there was a time when you trained with Yordan Sonev at your home for 1 year straight. So
yeah,
when was that, and what was the reason for that? Was it
2018?
So was it suggested by Yordan, or was it your idea?
Actually, he wanted to come here to train with me, and I was totally fine with that. I was also happy for that because he is a very good friend of mine, and I thought that it would be useful for both of us. But actually, it turned out that it was useful only for him because this is the truth, because he's a lot younger than me, and his recovery is faster than mine. And for example, when we pulled both fresh, and I beat him easy, but the second training I had more problems, and the third training he already starts to beat me, and the fourth, fifth, sixth training he's still beating me. But because of my mind, I'm not giving up, and I try to give everything I have, and I get too much stress on my arm and too much damage, and I'm not able to recover after that. So it was too much damage on my arm, and at the end of the year I realized that my level didn't go up. Even I was maybe a little bit more down, but his level went up for sure that year.
So is he very close to your level? Like, what would happen if 2 months from now there is a super match between Jordan and Krasi?
Yes, he's very close to my level. Yes. Yes.
So you would beat him, right?
Usually I'm beating him, yes.
Right.
But we're very close. If I'm a bit tired, he's beating me.
So let me ask you some training questions. You have always said that you like training 2-3 times a day on the table because you like to do almost close training to what you are going to do in the tournament on the championship night. So has your training changed in the last 10 years, or has it remained almost exactly the same?
Yeah, I have tried different things. But I still believe that the best thing you can do is to have sparring partner who is stronger, a lot stronger than you, or somebody weaker with you, using a belt around his body, and to let you hit with all you have, and after it slowly to take you out of the position. This is the best thing that you can have on the training, in my opinion. And this is what I'm training right now.
And you were once asked a question by Engin Terzi about overall body strength, overall training, and you replied by saying that I don't believe there is anything like overall strength, and you believe
Yes.
mostly in arm wrestling training. Why do you have that belief? Like, what is the science or reasoning behind that?
It's because of Ivan Abajiev's theory. Ivan Abajiev is the greatest weightlifting trainer of all time.
Okay.
And I met him 2011, and he explained to me how the body is working and what is happening in the body when you're training. And he said that there is not such a thing like overall strength. There is just specific strength. That's why the runner, the sprinter that runs 100 and 200 meters is not able even to take medal at 400 meters, because it's
Right.
just a specific strength.
But those sprinters, they are also training on the gym. They are not doing their 100% training on the track only. They're going to gym as well.
I want to tell you that this system of Ivan Abajiev is not completely tried from every sports. I believe if all the other sports try this system, the results will go even higher. This is
Right.
my personal belief.
Right. So you have mentioned that there was a moment when everyone was saying Krasi is going against heavier guys, that is why he's losing. But we saw that you were defeated by Irakli as well, who was slightly lower than you in weight. So how important this Matt Mask match is for you, because he has also not been performing really well lately. So is it one of the most important matches because you cannot afford to lose that match, or how are you taking this match in your mind?
I don't know actually. In my mind, the match with Irakli was more important. I really wanted to win that match. But when he beat me, I was so confused. I really didn't know what happened, because I was in pretty good shape, and I was really confused after the match. And I was not even back home, and they wrote to me, "Do you want to pull Matt Mask in 3 weeks?" And I was like, I was thinking, okay, Krasi, now you're going to pull just the Worlds tested event, and if you win there, that's fine. If you lose there, that means that something is wrong. But if you win at the Worlds, that means that you're still in good shape. Just the other people who are using roids are too strong now. But they offered me this match with Mask, and I was like, okay, I have nothing to lose anymore. I'm in very bad position right now, so I can just win from this. So let's try. And that's why I decided to try.
So
We'll see.
I'm a little bit confused why that match has not happened yet. I'm talking about a potential match between you and RVJ. RVJ also always talks about drug-free arm wrestling. So maybe there should be a match between you two guys. Engin should set it up at East versus West. Would you be interested in a match against RVJ at maybe 100 kg weight cap at East versus West? And how do you see that match going?
Yes, why not? I would pull him. I believe I'm the heavy favorite in that match because I believe I'm a bit stronger than Sasha, and Sasha beat him convincingly. So I believe I could beat him, but I would definitely pull him.
Right. All right, Krasi. And we already talked about the Kurdecha match. And before we start the King's Move topic again, I'll have a similar question in that as well. First, I would like to see your range of motion. I've also heard that you also do not have a full range of motion. Why is that? You should also be a King's Mover, Krasi. Why do you hate that move? You're born for that move. You should try that as well.
Actually, it's not bad that I'm not able to straight my arm. It's not good because I'm not able to be so close. This is minus in the arm wrestling because I'm not able to be close, and this reduces my side pressure because if I'm closer, I will be able to go more with the side. But anyway, I'm still able to pull, and I will continue pulling. So.
And this is the exact reason why
this happened because I was training back pressure and pronation 3 times a day, and this hair was sore every day, and I was not doing stretching. I had to do, but I didn't. And suddenly, after half year of training, very hard training, I realized that I'm not able to flex it more than this. So it was my mistake. So everyone from the beginners, you should know that every time when you see something happen in your elbow, you should do stretching and extend and flex your arm. So you should keep that movement, because if you leave it like I did, it was hurting, and I was like, oh, just leave it, and too much calcium goes there, and the bone grows, and after that the movement is shorter.
Right. So this is the exact same reason why Michael always explains why he switched to that style, because he cannot get close enough to be in a deep hook as he liked to be in. And have you ever tried that move, King's Move, maybe in a funny way in training? Do you feel strong in that move?
I believe this is not fair, so I prefer to stay away from it.
Okay, so again, same question, not talking about the problem but talking about the solution. What can be a solution in your mind against a King's Move to stop it from happening?
You mean what should I do to beat King's Move?
No. To like you're saying that there should be no place for it in arm wrestling. Like how can arm wrestling achieve that? How can they get rid of King's Move? And you've already mentioned why we should get rid of it. So what is the solution in your opinion? What can be done to prevent it from happening?
If the referee understands arm wrestling good enough, it's very easy to see when somebody's arm is fully extended. If your arm is fully extended, that means you lose the match. That's it.
Okay, but your arm will be extended before others. So how do you calculate range of motion? Your arm is extended here, and others will be extended here. So how does the referee?
No. But it's very easy for the referee to understand that I'm using that bone lock. If the referee thinks that I'm using that bone lock, he should give me a foul, or else that's it.
Okay. So one of my final questions would be, what else other than King's Move you do not like about arm wrestling? We always talk about what we love about arm wrestling, but what you don't like about arm wrestling? Steroids, King's Move, other than these two things.
What I don't like? I don't like referees who doesn't understand arm wrestling. And
Are there referees like that?
what did I say? Referees who doesn't?
Hi, yeah. Who doesn't understand arm wrestling?
Yes. There are many. There are many who doesn't understand. I mean, if you're a referee, you should know the tiny advantages that you can gain on the grip. And there are so many people who are gaining advantage on the grip. And when the referee don't see this, it gives a huge advantage to one of the pullers. And I don't know, there must be only referees who understands the tiny differences on the grip.
Right. I'm not sure. I was watching. Maybe it was related to arm wrestling. I completely forgot what seminar was it. Was I watching? Was it your seminar in which Anna and Bojidar was also there? I think Anna was saying that there are many referees who have never arm wrestled, or maybe I'm forgetting something.
Yeah. Exactly. It was in Turkey. Yes.
So how can they become referees? Like if they've never arm wrestled?
Well, they just watch videos, and that's it. They just watch video and watch arm wrestling in front of them, but they have never tried, and they understand the differences. And you will never be good referee if you don't know what exactly is happening there.
Yeah. But without being a referee without arm wrestling, I can understand maybe there can be problems in the setup. That guy will not understand who is having a unfair advantage in the setup. But to notice small things like squared shoulders or elbows or lifting or not, I don't think you need to be an actual arm wrestler to notice these small things.
Yes, that's true. But the tiny things that are happening here, you will never understand them if you're not arm wrestler.
This is why I always think about myself. What if I try to? I've had very few arm wrestling matches, and I always think like, what if I'm a referee? How would I do it? And I always come to this conclusion that I always watch YouTube videos at 2x speed, double speed. I've watched probably 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 matches in 2x double speed, and that speed feels normal to me. So I always think if I'm refereeing a match in normal time, it is going to look like slow motion for me, and I'm easily going to like follow the elbow fouls to notice them. But about the setup, I'm going to have no idea who is having a fair or unfair setup. So that is going to be problematic for sure.
You're the first guy who is telling me that is watching videos on double speed. I have never heard anyone else doing that.
It is a necessity. I need to do that because I need to watch every video to update myself with arm wrestling news. So JR Williams is saying, why can't guys who have competed for 20 years not straighten their arms? So Krasi already explained it, why it was for him, like why he cannot straighten his arm. Please go back and watch it. Papu with the furry comment, he's saying, as long as Krasi is getting paid, he does not care about winning or losing a match. I don't think it is true. I don't think it is true.
I of course I care. Just the thing is that the win should not be on every cost. This is what I believe. You go there, you give everything you have, but it's not life or death. It's just part of the life. So if you win, that's great. If you lose, hope you get something from that loss.
And Richie with a $10 super chat. And before I read that super chat, guys, important things first. Krasimir's YouTube channel is in the description. Please subscribe to that. And the event in which Krasi is going to compete against Matt Mask is on September 3rd. It is a pay-per-view. Link is already in the description. Please purchase that pay-per-view as well to support arm wrestling and support Krasimir in that match. I'm really rooting for you, brother. I want you to win this match. I want you to, because you know if no matter who loses in this match, there are going to be probably 100 memes on Facebook the next day, and I'm sure you do not want to be a part of that. Leave that for Matt Mask.
Yeah.
JR Williams is saying, okay, Richie super chat. Thank you very much, brother. Big super chat. Just joined in. What did Krasi decide to be, and when did Krasi decide to be an exclusive hook puller? Sorry if this was already discussed. Much respect to Krasi, real legend. When did you decide that you are, or got to know that you are a hook puller, all out?
Actually, from the beginning of my career, I just like to go with the shoulder in front and just push everyone. Even in the beginning of my career, I was not so much hook puller, but I was mostly pressing guy. I was just going forward with the shoulder and was just pressing the guys the first 2-3 years. After that, I started to develop my pronator and my biceps. The first 2-3 years, I was just cupping, bam, with the shoulder forward.
Yeah, I'd like to make one more connection, and good question, Richie. One more connection about this same question. You were benching 160 kilos when you were 17 years old and about 82 kilos in body weight. So does that pressing background, and what was your best bench press? I would like to know that as well. And does that bench press background have to do something with hooking or pushing?
Maybe it's something connected with the bench pressing and pushing, but bench pressing is not that good for your wrists, I believe. And so I was 17 years old and I was benching 160 kilos. I stopped benching for 3 years, and when I was 20 I started bench press again, and for a year and a half, maybe about 2 years, I reached 210 kilos. I was 98 kilos back then. I was feeling extremely strong, and I went to Gorno Rachnica to pull Cvetan Gashevsky. I was thinking, oh, I will smash him now, and he was doing this to my wrist. So I believe that bench press is not that good for arm wrestling anymore.
Okay, so the reason why I asked this question, because I've seen a trend, like you would rarely see a guy who is saying that he benches 160 170 kilos and he's a great top roller. Like Corey West, great bench presser, goes inside. And maybe Ryan SP can be one example. Coach Ray, now he has started to top roll, but he was also all pressing, all inside. And Jerry Cadret, you will never see Jerry top rolling. So all of the guys who are good at bench press, they're usually going inside. So maybe there is definitely a correlation.
Yes, there is, because for bench pressing you need really strong triceps, and for pressing as well you need to be very strong shoulder and here. So there is connection between these exercises.
Andrea Jekvaldas is asking, so Krasi will pull in WAF this October with a question mark.
Yes, if everything's okay, I will pull there.
100 kg class?
I was thinking to pull with left 100 with right heavyweights, but I'm still not sure what should I do now. After these losses against the Giants, I'm not sure if I should pull worlds in the heavyweights now. We'll see how I will feel against Matt Mask now, and we'll decide which weight class I should pull with right after the match with Matt.
Okay, so who are going to be the top contenders? I think the last time's winner, Arif Artem, is he going to be there again?
Yes, he is going to be there.
Yeah, definitely very, very difficult opponent.
Yes,
Krasimir,
he is extremely good against hook pullers.
Yeah. Krasi versus Ongarbayev will be crazy at WAF if he pulls 100 kg class, Petrenko and Sonev as well.
Sonev will not pull worlds. He will not be in Bulgaria at that time. Petrenko, I'm not sure if he is going to pull off. He just pulled Ukrainians at 90 kilos. So if he goes to the worlds, I don't think he is going to pull 100.
Okay, so we have already been on for almost 45 minutes. I'd quickly like to ask your opinion about the other super matches that we have on the card. What is your opinion about Curtis Cameron versus Todd Hutchings?
I believe Hutchings is the heavy favorite.
Right, and because Hutchings already defeated Curtis and another guy, if you watch that match, it was a 2-on-1 match, and Hutchings defeated both of them. So
yeah, actually this guy Curtis gave him some trouble. It was not walking in the park, but still I believe Hutchings will have the power to beat him.
Sarah Wilson, Heidi, Cordner. Do you know these ladies?
Yeah, but I have no idea how strong they are, so I cannot say.
Yeah, I also tried to find a match between them, and there was a match between these two about 7 years ago. So it was way back, 8 years ago maybe, and Heidi Cordner won that easily. Rick Heidebrecht versus Alex Kurdecha. I'm not sure why this match is even happening. Like, how can Rick be a challenge for Alex? I don't know.
Me too actually.
Right. And BLM versus Artem. You have any thoughts about that match?
No, actually, I don't know.
Yeah. I have to ask because the audience needs to know all the matches if they want to purchase the pay-per-view.
I'm not so familiar with the US pullers, so sorry guys, but I cannot give a good opinion about
So
that.
just to give an example, Artem recently had a match with Coach Ray, and he pinned Coach Ray once in the first round, and then Coach Ray defeated him easily 3-1 after that. And BLM Brenden Mulvihill, he had a match with Chan Shaw, and Chan Shaw just played with him. I don't know how many levels of gap there was between these two. BLM is slightly over 240 pounds, and Artem is 195 pounds.
Yeah, I don't know.
And final match, Matt Mask versus Krasimir Kostadinov. How is that match going to go? I'm quite sure you know about this match.
I'm going there for a win, but what will happen, just God knows. So I'm just hoping to be in very good shape, and I will try to give everything I have. So if I'm able to win, great. If he beats me, okay.
Yeah,
but
because the thing,
definitely I'm going there fired up.
yeah, because the thing that you were mentioning in the beginning of this interview, that many people are saying that you are not the same Krasi that you used to be. People are saying the exact same thing about Matt Mask as well. They're saying that he's also not the same Matt that he once used to be, and very similar situation as well, brother. Because if you see, you beat John Brzezinski, Matt was also pinning John Brzezinski in 2015. That guy was also giving trouble to John Brzezinski, to Devon Larratt. He was pinning Devon Larratt, and from that level, now like he's also losing many matches. So big similarities in you two in that manner. So I hope I wish you win this match. Like, I'm genuinely rooting for you, and good luck, brother. Good luck. And once again, any final message for our viewers? What should they do to probably make a career in arm wrestling, to get strong in arm wrestling? What would be your advice for the viewers?
If you love arm wrestling, you will develop. If you are just training it for fun, you will not get on that high level. But if you really love it, believe me, you will give everything you have on the trainings, and you will grow a lot faster than the other guys. So this is the thing, that if you love arm wrestling, just train hard and you get stronger.
Yeah.
And remember that if you're more and more maniacally doing it, the level will grow faster. If you're taking it easy, the results will be very slow also. If you're training like a maniac, you grow a lot faster.
Yeah. And Velko was asking why Bulgarians do not have many people on the top. They already have, like, Krasi. He's the one who defeated Levan, Arsen Liliev, Vitaly Laletin. How, like, what other top can you achieve? Jordan Solev is also great. Sasha Andre, world champion. Bojidar, world champion. And Bulgaria is not a big country in terms of population, and you already have athletes who are at the top in different levels. So, and Darko with a 50 Swedish krona super chat. Keep the positive mindset, Krasi, with the bicep flex. So guys, thank you very much. Somebody was asking about East versus West 5. Maybe if Krasi has some time in the future again, maybe we can do another live stream, this time on Krasimir's YouTube channel, about East versus West 5 predictions. So it was a big pleasure. It was the first time I was talking with you, brother. Thank you very much. And please, one request, upload more videos on your YouTube. I'm waiting for them, and many people are waiting. Thank you very much, brother.
Welcome.
Bye.